Ready?
Once. Okay. I think it officially started, but let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay, Kelly Mcgee. Start from the sashi.
Got it. Sashi, Puki, Juchi, Meito, Tron, Rirav, Lingshi, Nyande, Genpa, Di, Sange, Shingdu, Mikte, Uwargi, Droku, Namdak, Shingla, Chuparsho, Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami.
Really?
Chudang Tsoki Choknam La. Changchu Bardu Dakni Kyapsu Chi. Daki Jinsa Kipe Sunam Ki. Jola Panchir Sange Drupar Sho. Sange Chudang Toki Choknam La. Jangchu Bardu Dakni Kyapsu Chi. Daki Jinsa Kipe Sunam Ki. Drola Panchir Sange Drupar Sho. Sange Chudang Tsoki Choknam La. Jangchu Bardu Dakni Kyapsu Chi. Daki Jinsu Kipe Sunam Ki. Drola Panchir Sange Drupar Sho.
Yay. Good job. Okay. So before we do the quiz for class 8, I have an announcement from ACI Mexico and me. So for our upcoming course 14, which begins Monday of all days, we need some people to record the Spanish version of our class while it's happening, because I'm already doing the live and my version's in English. So someone who's listening to the Spanish, we just like them to hit the record button and I guess send the recording to Aldo or Pau or someone at ACI Mexico sometime afterwards, so that we can compile these wonderful, magnificent teachings from yours truly. No, I don't know why they want these. Okay.
Aldo, puedo preguntar, exactamente es que la grabes desde, o sea, que uses un Zoom personal o algo así, o cómo?
Yes. So all the English speakers, she's wondering, how exactly would you like us to do this? Grabbing, this grabar.
Ok. Sí, pues si quieres, yo lo puedo grabar. Ok. Sí, yo.
¿Entiendes? I'll take that as a yes. Okay. The quiz. Oh my God. We're almost done course 13. Pretty awesome. Okay. So if you're not taking the quiz, to go in the other room now or avert your gaze. No cheating. ¿Cómo se dice cheating in español? I know.
Hacer trampa.
Trampa?
Trampa. Hacer trampa.
Hacer trampa. Being a tramp. Doing tramping. That means something else in English, but let's not talk about that. Okay. Here we go. I'm hitting the button. If I can find the button. Really, I'm about to hit it. Oh yeah. Here we go. Terminimos. Done? Is everybody done? Okay. Aldo, you finished? Okay. Aldo's done. Everyone must be done. Okay, here we go. Okay, any questions before we get started? No? Everybody understands logic perfectly?
Yes.
Huh? Okay. Okay, so class 9 is about a subject called exclusions and some other things, but that's the main topic of the class. And so in Tibetan, it's Shencel. Say Shencel.
Shencel. Shencel.
Yeah. Shen means other. Cel means to clear away or eliminate or something. So basically, clearing away all the other stuff. So this topic is exclusive to the logic school, which is also called what? In Spanish or English or Tibetan. I'll accept any language.
So Tantrika school.
Ooh. Ooh. Aldo said it too. Aldo's translating and everything. Good job. Aldo and Leah.
Tantrika.
Lucia read it in the comment. No, good job, everybody. You get $0. Yay. Yeah, you should know the name of the school you're studying, okay? So yeah, the sutrists, Sautrantika, means sutrists, sutristas in Sanskrit. Okay. So this subject is not in the higher middle way school, but it could help you to understand the higher middle way's view on emptiness, which is the whole point of the Buddhist thing taught by, I mean, by the way, everyone except Aldo, who taught all these Buddhist schools with these crazy ideas?
Buddha.
Yeah, that gentleman. Yeah. So what? So if the ideas in these schools aren't exactly right, why would an omniscient being teach them?
Because he thinks it helps us to get to a higher level.
Yay! Somebody named Leah has a good teacher. Who's your teacher, Hector?
Well, for this moment, it's Word.
I don't count.
Yes, Hector and Coco and John Stowell. Yes, and
Wow.
even Natanya. Yes.
Hector was there when Geshe-la taught this class originally. Cool. You have good karma, my lady. Okay. So Shencel is this idea which leads us to the highest view on emptiness. What is not that? Well, I guess I taught it anyway. Oh yeah, here's another question that you should definitely know the answer to. So everyone except Aldo and Leah. What kind of book are we studying? What's the name of the book we're studying, the author and their dates, please?
It's a commentary of valid perception, Pramana Vartika, or Semanandral from written by Master Dharmakirti.
That's all true. But the book we're studying is a commentary on that.
The key.
The Key of the Machine of the Logic.
Yeah, who wrote that?
Purbuchok Jampat Sultran Gyatso.
And what are his dates?
Come on. 1895, 1901.
He was 6 years old when he died?
No, I said 80, I'm sorry, 8025.
Yes. That's
Sorry.
He's a very advanced 3-year-old when he wrote this book. Yeah. 1825, 1901. Okay, good. And the type of book he wrote, which is my real question. 2 words. Say Dura. Dura.
Dura.
Dura it means collected topics, meaning studying the Pramanavartika, Semanandral, is very difficult. So in the monastery, you don't give I think they start studying this when they're 12. You don't give a 12-year-old one of the hardest books in all of Buddhism. You give them basically a primer. In English, we call it a primer. I don't know in Spanish, but it's like a workbook or something. So it just condenses all the subjects in the Pramanavartika, Semanandral, into very easy to understand debates, right? So, I mean, if this is that hard, can you imagine how the Pramanavartika is? Okay, so I just want you to know those things. Anyway, all that's going to be on your final, right? So, I mean, final's coming up. Okay, so Shensel. And so there's 3 kinds of Shensel. One is called Dun Rangi Shensel. Dun here. If Juan Hasso was here, he would tell you that Dun meant it means object. It can also mean goal. Which I was just thinking today when I was listening to this class. I was like, oh, it's the same in English, right? Like, what's your object? Like, what are you going for? What's your goal? Right? It's the same. Which is cool. Sometimes it's not the same. In this case, it is. Okay, so here we go. So the Dun Shensel is it's an act of negating. Shen here means other, right? So it means when we're talking about, let's say we're talking about the pen, because that's a Holy Geshe Michael's it's like favorite object to talk about for emptiness. So you talk about a pen. So the Shensel of a pen is all which the pen is not. Right? So I have mentioned this a few times in this class because this is like one of the most famous Sautrantika beliefs. And that belief is broken up. So basically, when you see something in the Sautrantika school, they say you're eliminating everything that object is not, and then you're able to identify the thing you see as that object. The last one left, okay? higher middle way, Madhyamika, Prasangika, does not believe this, but this school does, okay? So in that case, you have both the specific instance of the object which you're seeing, so with pen, so in your mind, you eliminate all things that are not they're not pen. Okay, and so that's the Shen cell. That's the opposite of everything the pen is not. Wait, no, that's everything the pen is not. Excuse me. But in your head, basically, all you have at that point is a. Wait, am I jumping the gun? I might be jumping the gun. No, I'm not. Just making sure. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm right. Okay, so that thing that you come up with is just kind of like pen in general, meaning that's not necessarily the pen that you're dealing with. So where's Hasso? He should be in these classes. Hasso loves this topic too. We talked about it in Mixed Nuts. It's called Chitsen and Rangsen. You don't need to know the Tibetan, but I'm planting seed in your brain to learn Tibetan. Chitsen means in general, in your mind, you have this idea of pen because it can't be anything because you eliminate everything but a pen. So that's what it is. But this pen is the Rang Ten. The ten just means like example. We had it for definition, right? Tensun. Rang Ten means that pen. So it's very close. We're getting close to the Dunchi idea, which is the seed that opens in your mind, and then you see the parts projected upon by the image that came out of the seed that you planted. Okay. But in this school, because this is one of the functionalist schools, so if you took ACI course 1, Pabunka Rinpoche divides the views of emptiness of all the schools into 3: those that are functionalist, those that depend on parts, and those that only depend on an image that comes out of your mind. The functionalist schools are the Abhidharma school, the Sao Trantika school, which is the one we're in, and the mind-only school. So they think the ultimate nature of an object depends upon its function. Like the fact that the pen writes as a pen makes it a pen. So the problem is this doesn't include things like empty space, which are unchanging. Okay? And so that's why the next school up, which is lower middle way, talks about things depending on their parts. Okay. Wait, somebody's asking me a Tibetan question. I'm going to answer them. What? That's really hard. I'm not doing that right now. Okay. Okay, so that's Dunrangi Shensel. Okay, it's the opposite. It's everything that thing is not. All right. All right. Okay, now this is Loi Shensel. Loi, hold on. Leah.
Yeah.
$20. Tell me what this Y is.
Ooh. Does it have to do with the part of the part of grammar it is? like an adjective? Or is it a possessive?
Yay! 10 more bucks. Tell me what case that is. Number.
I'm just guessing on this one. Word, is it case 5?
I think you're right. Hold on.
That was
Yeah,
a wild.
I'm pretty sure it is 5. Hold on.
Want me to check? I can get my book.
I'm checking right now. Ooh, I have it right here. Let's see. Oh no, it's case 6. I'll still give you 20 bucks, okay? Okay, Leah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, good job. So lo means mind, but loi means of the Shen cell of the mind, right? It was tricky, but since I spent all summer teaching Leah these things, I thought maybe I'd quiz her. She passed. She did well. Okay, good. So these are exclusions, Shen cells that deal with the mind. So we were talking about Shen cell means everything the thing is not. Now we're talking about a mental exclusion. So this is the mental image, which is the negative of it, which is the thing that is not, okay? Meaning this is important because if you talk about things that don't exist, like what's the most famous example on the background of a thing that doesn't exist? Come on. Say ribung ra. Ribung ra. The horns, the huge horns on a rabbit's head. What do you say? Cuerno de conejo? Yeah. How long are those horns on the rabbit's head? Are they 12 inches or are they 14 inches? Right? It's a joke. They don't exist, so you can't count them. You can't measure them. So but you can have a picture in your head of a rabbit's horns, right? You can draw one, right? You can make an image of one even though they don't exist. So in that case, you can have you have to then make a category for mental Shen cells or the opposite the negative of that image, right? So the image you see is you able to identify because it's the opposite of, I keep saying that, hold on. It is not. It is everything that thing is not. Okay? Oh yeah, to conceive of that thing, this is where we go. This is where the opposite comes in. Same as the dun. To conceive of that thing, which is the Shen cell, which is the exclusion, you are conceiving of it as the opposite of everything that it is not. Right, Victor? Got it? Okay, I'll do it again for Victor. I don't want to see him staying up all night, or bothering Sasi. That's two bad karmas. So, okay, take a pen. Okay, this is a pen. No one has pens anymore. Geshe talked about maybe changing it to a phone because no one uses pens anymore, really. Man, there's a pen somewhere in here. Hold on. I'm in my dad's room. He still has pens. Okay. Okay, this is a pen. I think it might even function as a pen. So take this pen. The Shen cell of this pen, right, is everything that this pen is not. Got that, Victor? Okay. And what's the opposite of that? The pen. Yay! Got it? Okay, so that in this school, that's what they're saying. See? You got it? Okay. Good. Okay, so same for the mental image. When you identify a mental image in your mind, you are identifying the opposite of everything that image is not. Right? Okay, you have to remember that because we're going to go a step further with that, okay? Remember I told you got to get good at the nots? The negatives. I am not a hell being. Okay. Am I a hell being? No. Could I be one? Yes. So that means I'm not a hell being. Okay. It gets, yeah, I know it's difficult. Okay, so that's the Loi Shen cell. Okay, and yeah, here's the rabbit horns. This is how you say it in Tibetan. Tokpe nangyul. Nang, this means appears. Yul means object. Tok, there's two talks. Where's Hasso? I need Hasso. Okay, I'm going to teach all of you. I don't have Hasso here. This talk let me show you. Okay, it's pretty important. Geshe always emphasizes this point. So I'm going to show you. This is why the class is 2 hours and not 30 minutes. Okay, here's this lovely dictionary. Okay, so this, Leah, I need your help.
I was spelling tope
that?
in Tibetan. I was spelling tope in Tibetan.
Oh, were you? Good. I guess there's no, maybe hold on. Yeah. Wow. It's almost as if I know these things or something. Okay, pronounce this, just this part.
Tog.
This one?
Tog.
Tok.
So,
Good.
yeah, the R is silent.
Yeah, first column though. Tok.
So.
Good. Okay, now. Hold on. There we go. Now pronounce this.
Tok.
Yeah, tok. What's the difference in pronunciation?
Nothing.
Yay! Exactly. But this one, tokpa, actually, here's the meaning right here. It's shepa. It means to know something, to understand something, to realize something, okay? This tokpa, it means to just have an idea in your head, a concept. Here is in Tibetan, having a rough conceptualization, okay? So actually, these two words can be exact opposite meanings, even though they have the exact same sound, okay? So on the debate ground, when you say, when you say tokpa, you have to ask them, is that tokpa with an S on the end or without an S? Because the meaning is the exact opposite. Okay? Got it?
Wait, it was to know something, and what was the opposite?
To just have an idea, like namtok, which is this. Namtok means like a superstition in Tibetan. Here it is. It just means just to have an idea of something. Look, even this, here's the definition. Dokpa means a fear. Tetson means a doubt. So it's kind of the opposite. Like the tok with an S is the one they use if you saw emptiness directly. If you see emptiness directly, you tokpa emptiness. Sorry, that's kepa tokpa. You tokpa emptiness. You understand it perfectly. Okay? But namtok means like you're seeing you see your shadow, but you think it's someone following you or something. You understand? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Complete opposite meaning. So this talk, it's without the S. It just means to have like this idea. Okay? I know most of you don't care about any of that, but you learned it anyway. Okay. So the third type of shensel, shen. You have to say it low though, shensel. If you say shensel, you means eliminating the butcher, which that's not a good idea, okay? You might get locked up for that. So this last type is an exclusion of thing, which is a negative thing involving the absence of the thing. Okay? So now we're talking about the negative of a negative of a negative. Okay? Now Victor's making a face, so I have to explain it. Okay, so if we're talking about an absence, we're talking about a negative right away, right? The absence of money in your bank account, right? You can talk about that. I have no money in my bank account, right? Or there is $0 in my bank account. Either way, you're saying a negative, right? Because 0 implies negative, just like namka, space, implies a lack of obstruction, right? Which was on one of our homeworks. Or chani, emptiness, although it doesn't have no or not or non or un in it, implies a lack of a self nature, right? Okay. Okay. And so here it is. It means that the object is not all that it is not. An exclusion and a negative are the same thing. Okay. So this is Megak, Megak Shinsel. We had Megak and Mayingak. You might not know the Tibetan, but we had a simple absence and an implied absence, right? Remember Fulanito? fulanito es poco gordito, pero nunca comer en el día. Right? Remember? How could you forget fulanito? Come on. So that's a maingak, and a megak is like empty space, meaning it does not have something, the absence of an obstruction. That's the empty part of empty space. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna make sure I get this right for Victor. It means that the object is not all that it is not, okay? An exclusion and a negative thing are the same thing. The third kind of exclusion is a negative in the sense of being the simple absence of something. Okay. The first type of exclusion we had, yeah. That's pretty much it. Basically, megak and this are the same thing. A simple absence and this are the same thing. It is not, because there's nothing there. It's not the opposite of all that is not, ha 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 ha, which is the same thing. Okay. And then the example of a megak is ultimate reality. I use space. They're both just simple absences. Meaning for ultimate reality, it's the simple absence of a self-existent object. Meaning there's nothing there that's self-existent. So emptiness implies no such thing being there at all. All right. An example of this. This is not that easy. An example is the condition of a water pitcher being devoid of anything that belongs to the group of things that it is not. Okay, so the condition of water pitcher being devoid, so the water pitcher not having anything that, oh, I see. Yeah, the water pitcher has no parts of it that belong to anything that is not a water pitcher, right? Victor has no parts of himself which are Aldo's, right? I mean, I think, I don't know, that's between them. But you understand, that's it. That's all this is saying. I know when you start doing the knots, it gets complicated, but anyway, that's it for Shencel. Yay! I mean, unless you come to the mixed nuts. You really want a headache? Come to my class or Adam's class or Nick's class. We can give you a headache real quick, okay? Chinese students love headaches. Rick.
Yes, 老师。
英惠在哪里?
Because we have another DCI session on the other end, live session.
What? 为什么?
It just clashes. So I'm on 2 devices now.
Are you?
Yes.
Rick is practicing Dharma like his hair's on fire. Good job, Rick. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So now we're just breaking down all the major elements, of which there's 14 to every logical statement. Okay? And we are using the logical statement, which we've been using all class, mostly, which is Drachen. Leah.
Yes, teacher.
You ready to? You ready to? You ready for your quiz?
Yep, I'm zooming in.
They have the answer here though. I should do it in Tibetan just to mess with you. Okay. Dra Chechen. What is dra?
Sound.
Okay, Chechen. What's Chechen mean?
Consider.
What does ch mean by itself?
Take.
Ch means a thing, means dharma.
Aldo just wrote it.
I figured. I saw something pop up. I was like, that's probably Aldo, and that's probably the answer. Okay, good. And bitakte? Mitakba.
Changing
Yeah.
things.
Okay, then what does takpa mean?
Takpa is an unchanging thing.
Woo! Yeah, good job. And then chebieche. Chepeche. What's this che mean?
But.
It means made.
Okay,
Yeah.
made.
Yeah. This Y is your friend. The possessive. Cheer just means
Okay.
because. Yeah. This is payata cha sa che BYAS. Che bieche. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then
I got today. BYAS.
yeah, very good. And then perna, say perna.
Perna.
Roll your arms. Say perna.
Perna.
Oh, you're a non-roller?
I feel like I've been rolling them since the summer, but yeah, that word is sounding a little French to me. Perna.
Okay, perna means, for example, pumpa, pumpa shin.
Pumpachan.
Shin. Yeah, this is low tone shin. Like, okay, good. So these are the 4 basic parts: the subject, the assertion, the reason, and a classical example. Okay, those are the 4 basic parts. And so when you put them all together, we call it jorwa. Connecting, right? Like jorlok. What does jorlok mean, Leah?
Spelling.
Yay, read out loud. Perfect. Woo, it was all worth it, Leah.
It still goes on.
It's going on, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
and we give an example so that to make sure, to establish even a deeper connection with the opponent, to make sure that we're on the same page. All right, that's called common ground. Because otherwise it's wrong. It's a wrong reason in Buddhist logic, right? I taught you that. I think it was the first class. Okay, cool. So here we go. These are the 14 parts. It's not that hard, but it is on the homework. Okay, you have to name all 14. If you've been paying attention for the last 9 classes, it won't be too hard. Okay? If you did all your homework. Okay, so Jachichen. So Chochen means the subject or the thing under consideration. In this case, it's sound. Ja just means sound. Okay? Jamitakpa. That's the assertion. Okay? The thing we're trying to prove. How do you say prueba? Right? Like the thing you're trying to prove. And then okay, and then that's the assertion, and the fact that it is a changing thing is the quality to be proven, right? So that's the drupjeche, which literally means thing you are proving. Okay. You have to memorize this. And it's not memorize it just so for the quiz or something. If you understand these 14 parts, you understand the logic of a logical statement. And when you hear politicians like, I don't know, if you were in the country that was about to break out in some kind of armed conflict due to divisions between two very different candidates, and then you were listening them to debate, you could listen to the debates and be like, you know, that doesn't make any sense because you took this logic course, okay? All right, I'm gonna keep going. And of the qualities to be proven, you have implicit and the explicit, okay? So the explicit or obvious thing you're trying to prove is it being a changing thing, okay? It's very simple. It's the same in this case. But the implicit or understood thing that you're wanting to prove is that it's changing instant by instant, which is what? Yeah, exactly. It's the definition of a changing thing, right? So it's understood. If you understand what a changing thing is, then you would understand that it is implicitly changing instant by instant, right? Okay, you have to nod or something. Okay, Victor, you're gonna be the nodder, okay? I'm just gonna look at Vic. Even if he doesn't understand it, he's gonna nod. Okay, cool. Okay, moving along. So these aren't too hard, but they do mean something, especially maybe for this debate, it seems rather easy, but other debates, it might be more difficult. Should I do Tibetan? Sure. Nye means explicit, same as nyutop, an obvious, a direct valid perception. We had it. And then shuk, I don't know this shuk actually. Should I look it up? Should I be a real nerd and look it up? I know you guys don't care, but I'm gonna look it up. Okay, now you have to know how to spell droop, J. This is droop. Droopja. Droopja ch. No. What did I do wrong? Droop. Droopja is here. 128 times. Dang it. Put the key before it. Nope. Before it. Nope. This means I have to look in the scriptures, which, oh, I know, maybe, oh yeah, I see. Okay, that eliminated 3, hold on. Tibetan is really hard to spell, okay? If you don't know how to spell it, this is what you have to do. Oh, I know what I can do, watch. No, that might not work. Let's see, I'll try. Ooh, 4, 0. Shuki, implicit? I don't know what that is. All right, I might have to look it up on my own time. Or you can just start guessing. Shuk. Shuki. I think that's it. Shuki. Okay. I'll look later. I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay. That shuk means to enter, usually. All right. Back to this. Okay. So, okay, so now number 6. The gakja. So the thing that we're saying it's not. What does gakja most often refer to? Say it out loud. In Espanol. Come on, you guys know gakja. What is the object we deny in? Who's that, Aldo? Aldo, go away. You're a teacher. Yes. Master Shantideva says, you cannot deny the object we deny if you do not know the object that we deny. Okay? Meaning you can't say, of course there's no second husband in the room if you don't even know what the second husband is supposed to be. Okay? The object we usually are talking about as a gakja is a self-existent husband. A husband that is not coming from you yelling at the kids and calling them muy tanto. Okay? Okay. That's the whole point of this class, by the way. This word, this is the whole point. Gakja. You want to figure out the thing that could not be there, that you've been thinking is there your whole life, that has given you problems in your family, in work, in relationships, in school, in your own mind, in your body, everywhere you go, everything you think, everything you do and say. You think is that important? It's importante? Poco. Moving on. And then the quality we deny. Oh, being an unchanging thing is a quality denied. So the position is different than the quality, just like the assertion here is different than the quality being proven. Okay, so these two, 6 and 7, are just the negations of 2 and 3. Okay? And then groups of similar cases, things that are like that. All changing things would be similar cases. So if you didn't want to put dra, you could put bumpa. You could put water pitcher, right? Or you could put mexicana. You could put, could you put mexicana? Or maybe persona, or maybe not. That's too much. Rio, you could put river, okay? You could put any changing thing is my point. Okay. Okay. All unchanging things would be the opposite, a group of dissimilar cases. And listen, I know all this is like all complicated and hard thinking, and it's 10 o'clock at night in Mexico City, and you're wondering why you're not watching Netflix. But the idea is that if you can think clearly about all of these things, you fully understand your argument. Because you're going to run into somebody, or maybe you're going to run into some thought in your head that you believe, but actually doesn't make sense. And you're probably going to want to yell at that thing one day, right? Like Victor. If I got mad at him, which I don't think I ever have, which is rare, Victor. Good job. almost everyone can get me mad. I've never been mad at Victor, mostly because when I see him at work, he's just typing. He's just typing. He doesn't say anything. He's just working. But if you understand the object, like Victor is like, oh, the reason Victor has never gotten me upset is because that he's out of all the thousands of people I know, there's like a couple that I never annoyed. There's only a couple, okay? So I get 1 or 2 Victors in my life, but the rest are Aldos. Okay, so Victor would be a group of dissimilar cases. Aldo is quite similar. All right. Okay, so okay, and now we got to the reason, right? The third part. Tak. It's made. Simple. Take sound. It's a changing thing because it's made. Okay, now we are, these are the crucial parts. What are these 3 things? Maybe you can't read them. And maybe English isn't able to read them. If 1, then 3. If 3, then 2. If not 2 and not 3. What are those?
They're all relationships.
Yeah, what kind of relationships? Who's that, Kelly Mcgee?
Yeah.
What kind of relationships, Kelly Mcgee?
Well, some of them are contradictions. Oh no. If 1, then 2. That's a like what they call it, identity.
Let me help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
There are the relationships that make it logical.
Not like a type of relationship.
Yeah, these are all types of relationships. The first one's called chokchu. It means a relationship between the subject and the reason, right? Is sound a made thing? Yes. So 1 and 3 hold, right? Take Kelly Mcgee. She's a New Yorker because she lives in New York. Do you live in New York, Kelly? Okay, yeah. So is Kelly Mcgee a New Yorker? Kelly Mcgee, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, right. So 1 and 3 hold, right?
Mhm.
Okay, good. So if 3, then 2. If you're a New Yorker, you live in New York. Is that true?
True.
Yeah. So for my beautiful reason, my thought, it's true. A New Yorker must live in New York. I mean, not really, right? But an active New Yorker? I don't know. So if 3, then 2. Okay. So now we have to do the last one. If not 2, not 3. If you don't, if you're not a New Yorker, then you don't live in New York. Yeah, is that right? Kelly Mcgee, she's New York. She was New York. Yeah, yeah. If
Yeah.
you're okay, good. So it all holds, right?
Mhm.
So that means that's a correct reason, because what's the definition of a reason? Okay, even Aldo can answer this one.
Something you say is a reason.
Yay, good job, Kelly Mcgee. Wow, you have been listening. Okay, Kelly Mcgee, what's the definition of a correct reason?
One where the
Yes, yeah.
those 3 things work out.
Yay! Where the 3 relationships hold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sultsum. Yes, and these are the three relationships. That's what these three parts are. Okay? So we already did these, and I just reviewed them in terms of New Yorkers and Kelly Mcgee. Take word. He's a New Yorker, but he lives in Pennsylvania right now. We can make an argument because I was born in New York, and that's a whole other thing, right? And people would argue with me. You're not a New Yorker anymore. You don't even live in the city. Yeah, but I'm from there. What do you mean? I'm not a New Yorker, right? Come on. Then they'd be like, well, how long do you live? Where were you born? I live in the Bronx. Okay, the Bronx, okay. that counts. Okay, so, and then an example, classical example. So in this case, we used a similar water pitcher, right? It's like sound in that it's a made thing or a changing thing. I could say, take Kelly Mcgee, she was a New Yorker because she lives in New York, like Venerable Chinzom, right? Who's diehard. I don't know if she ever lived outside the city. If you all know Venerable Chinzom. Okay, that is the 14. Yay! Okay, none of you are excited. I am.
Can you scroll back to 12 and 13 for a sec?
Yes. 12 and 13.
Yeah, after the three relationships.
Please include 11 for me.
You want me to repeat them?
Yeah.
Explain them, or just you want to look at them?
I'd like to look at them.
All right. Can't you see them?
The positive necessity and the negative necessity.
Yeah, those words are hard. Just all you got to do is if 3, then 2. If not 2, then not 3. That's, if you remember anything, remember just this little phrase here. Okay?
Okay, so the three relationships are 11 and 12 and 13.
That's correct.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. ¿Más preguntas? Oh, no. Okay. There's only one part of the class left. Woohoo! 2 kinds of correct reasons relative to the opponent. Why is this important? Anyone. Algún persona. Come on. Why is it important to know what's a correct reason in terms of who you're talking to?
Well, if we're trying to get somebody else to another level, we have to know what they take as a given.
Yay! Okay, here's a Mayingak. You ready? One student was paying attention. That's a Mayingak. Don't give me that look, Victor. Yes, exactly. It's considered a wrong reason in Buddhism if the person does not already understand the premise of which your argument is based on. Okay? You're just trying to take them one step further. Okay? That's the basis of this whole class. All right. So there's two of them. One's just for you in your own mind, okay? This is the most important one, okay? Because what's the definition of enlightenment or bodhicitta?
El deseo de iluminarse completamente en beneficio de todos los seres.
Yes. Primero parte. Iluminado completamente, right? You get completely enlightened, and then you teach people how to do it, okay? I mean, you're gonna have to help people to get there, but you're not gonna really be able to teach anyone how to do it until you know how to do it yourself. What is it? Semke pani shendun chir yang dak zokpe yang jangchup the desire to become the desire to become completely zokpe enlightened jangchup for the sake cheer of all other shendun beings. Okay. Whew, that is the definition of semke bodhicitta. Okay, something like that. Anyway, but you have to be able to work things out in your own mind. Okay, so in your own mind, you can do things that you can't do when you speak to other people. And there's two ways to learn this. You can learn this in this class, or you can learn it when your wife gets mad at you. Okay, when you try to do something that they're not ready for. So I recommend learning it now in this class, although undoubtedly you're gonna say something bad to your wife. Just how it goes. Okay, I'm not looking at you, Vic, okay? And then the this other one is for others. So you know what you know in your head, but you don't know what those other people know unless you are clairvoyant, right? Unless you can read minds. And if you can read minds, probably don't need my class, but thank you for coming, giving me some good karma. But if you can't read minds, you have to be careful what you say and really check people out. And whatever you do say, make it to help them, okay? All right. That's this one. Okay. That's it, really. But let me see. No, fine. Class 9, which is amazing. Yeah. So we went over everything. It's pretty straightforward for class 9. Geshe does a lot of debating in class 9. I'm not going to debate tonight. You know why? Wordy's tired. It's Friday night. It's almost midnight, and I'm teaching you. Bedtime. But we will go over the basic debate. Okay, you twisted my arm. All right, so again, the exclusions, of which there's ones referring to objects. Okay. Oh yeah, tomorrow we have class 10. So you have to study for this now or in the morning, I guess. I know that's how you want to spend your Saturday morning. Okay. There's ones for objects, which is the objects. A Shen cell of an object is everything that it's not. So the the object itself is the opposite of everything that it's not. Okay, so you say in Tibetan. Bumpa mayimpa le lokpa. That is the opposite of what it is not. So a water pitcher is the opposite of everything it's not. And same thing in the mind, except you're dealing with concepts. Here's your genitive, Leah, okay? Loi shense, low tone, shen. Okay. And that's things that appear in in the mind of the person. Tok, without the S, tokpe nangyu to kyurpa, right? Kyurpa, which it just means is pretty much. But you don't want to know about all that. And then those things which are just negations. All right? Megax. Megaki shinse. Yeah, water pitchers are not water pitchers. That is the opposite. It is not the opposite of everything that is not. Yep. Okay. It's everything that's not, shensel. The opposite of everything it's not is what it is. If it is not the opposite of everything it is not, then that means it has nothing in it which is not the opposite of everything it is. Whoa, that didn't help you. I'm sorry. I already explained that. Okay. Okay, let's go through the 14 parts, but I'm going to quiz you. You must learn things. So let's see what you learned. 1 second. Let me plug my computer in. It seems like it's getting low. Hold, please. Okay.
I have a question. Does the genitive always have the vowel on top, or is the genitive just the Y?
The agikui, you mean?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Hold on. Say your question again. This is the genitive, yeah.
So there it has the agikui. Does it always have the agikui, or is it sometimes just the Y, just the consonant?
Oh, there's 4 ways to write the genitive. Wait, 5. Agikui, yagikui, kayata kya. Anyway, it's apostrophe I, yi, kyi, gyi, and gi. Remember?
Yeah, thank you so much. I have so many examples of those letters circled because I couldn't remember how to transliterate them. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah. Hold on, we're gonna get nerdy. You're all gonna be taking on a ride with me and Leah because she asked this question. And do you remember why there's 5 different ways to say them?
Probably has to do with the consonants of the next word.
The previous word.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because look, here, this is Ken, which means that person or that is doing the thing. So you use this ka when it's la, na, ra, and ma. You use gyi. When it's sa, secondary sa, ta, secondary ta, and pa, you use KYI, right? When it's nga and ka, you use GI. And when it's a vowel, you use YI or agikui.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, aren't you glad I took the time to memorize that? This is what happens when you live at Aldo's house but don't leave your room. Okay, Aldo? He's always wondering what I was doing in there. Okay, I wasn't just doing that. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go. You ready? For what part of this? What part of the syllogism, syllogismo, is this? Consider sound. Anybody? Any language?
Sujeto.
Yeah, subjecto, subject, perfecto, subjecto, perfecto. Okay, good. And what part of it is the syllogism? This one.
Afirmación.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is in Spanish. In English?
The assertion.
Yeah, who said that?
Kelly.
Nice. And then what in any language is this third part?
The reason.
In Tibetan, Victor?
I don't know.
Say ta! Say ta.
Ah,
Yes, good. That's why we say tak, Madru. Your reason is
Yeah.
bullshit. Tak. Okay?
Okay.
The whole thing can be the tak or just this last one. Just means the reason. Good. Perfect, Vic. And then and this fourth part, which is not always there, but sometimes.
Example.
Yay. It even says it there. For example, the example, for example. Okay, and Leah Perna, also Rick. Rick's studying. I mean, he's doing like 3 things at once right now. Perna means for example, just so you know, okay? It's in scripture all the time. Okay, good. Now, let's do the 3 relationships, okay? So that's like 7 out of the 14 things. Those are the main, I would say, the main 7 that you'd want out of the 14 to remember after class. The other ones are amazing and you should remember everything you can, but those 7 are the most important, okay? Okay, here we go. So if I do consider sound, Jachin, and then I do because it's a made thing, what relationship is that?
Positiva.
Say again, who's that?
Una de tres. Una de tres.
Yeah. Yeah, uno de tres, perfect. If 1, then 3. In Tibetan, it's the chokchu. Is that right? Hold on. Come on, brain. Yeah, chokchu. Wow. Okay, good. Now, if I say it 3 and then 2, what's that? Come on. Anyone? Even Aldo.
Positive necessity between the reason and the quality to be proven, or
Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely perfect. Yes. And Aldo, yes, that is. Aldo, you wrote out what concept Victor just named. Okay? It's called the JCAP, right? Cap means necessity, right? Kappa majong. It kappa necessarily ma jong, not, right? It's not necessarily the case. And then Aldo wrote out kappa lok. He wrote, well, if it's a made thing, it must be a changing thing, right? That's saying out loud the positive necessity. Now, what's the negative necessity? The dokyap. Tell me what numbers, and then tell me what it is for this example. Anyone?
If not 2, not 3.
Yes. Okay, Kelly McGee. What is, in our example, what is that?
If it's not made, it's not changing.
If it's not changing, it's not made.
Not changing, it's not made.
Yeah, because changing is 2, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay, good. Yay! Woo! Okay. So, yes, Marisol. Perfecto. Aldo también. Okay, good. You are getting it. So those are 7 of them. Those are the main 7 I would remember. Although for the quiz, you have to know all 14, okay? Okay, so subject, we just did. Assertion is number 2. And the quality to be proven, being a changing thing. The explicit form of that quality is being a changing thing in this case. Implicit to that is it only lasts for a moment, because that's what changing things are. The position we're denying is its opposite. That sound could be an unchanging thing. And the quality being denied is that of being an unchanging thing. The group of similar cases is all changing things. And the group of dissimilar cases is all unchanging things. And then the reason is a made thing. Here's your talk, Vic, just so you, okay? This is talk. This S on the end is silent. I know how much you care. I like teaching DCI people Tibetan. You're gonna come up with some Tibetan, Geshel's gonna be like, where'd you learn that? And then I'm gonna get karma, okay? And so in 11, 12, and 13 are the 3 relationships. Okay. This first one is if 1, then 3. The second one is if 3, then 2. And the third one is if not 2, then not 3. And then a similar example. Sometimes Geshe says a classical example sometimes as well. Is in this case a water pitcher. Okay. Okay. ¿Hay preguntas? Are there questions? Because now I'm doing this. No questions? Okay, you're just like, it's Friday, dude. I'm done. You can be done. All right, so this very weekend, I skipped question 3. Oh yeah, I did. You don't want question 3. Fine. But if you were going to try to go to bed early, it's Zazi's fault that you're not. Question 3 is the last part of the notes. It's the same. It's the 2 types of correct reasons. Ones that are for yourself and ones for the other person. Okay, now I'm really done. Okay. Okay, so this weekend, we're going to finish this course, okay? And it's going to be awesome. Tomorrow, we're going to do the quiz for this class 9, which I haven't done yet either. Maybe I'll do it before class though. Because you already did the homework, right? Just now with us, yay. And then we're going to do class 10. Lisette is shaking her head. You should have did the homework. And then, and then, and then on Sunday, we are going to do the quiz for class 10, review for the final, and take the final. And then we're going to grade everything, okay? Now, you say, but Word, I wanted to do something else with my Sunday. I like people. I say, too bad. No, I'm joking. But really, if you can, you don't have to stay. You don't have to come to review. You don't have to come to anything, but just trust me. It's so much better just to get it done. Just get it out of the way. Just, if you can get it done. If you need more time for the final, you can take it some other time. It's okay with me. But we'll review everything. We'll make a little study guide. We'll go over it. And then we'll just, as we go over everything, we'll just grade our own stuff. We'll go over every single question, okay? And then we'll take out the ones just from the quizzes because only the quiz questions are on the final, or supposed to be. So all the quizzes come from the homeworks and all the final comes from the quizzes. So if you just study all the quiz answers, then you should be completely prepared for the final. But we're gonna grade everything, okay? Is that how I want to spend my Sunday? No. Is this how I want to spend my last 3 weeks? No. But my llama asked me to finish these courses years ago and I didn't, okay? Now I'm doing it. And I'm forcing you to do it too. Kelly Mcgee has a very pertinent logistical question, 1 p.m. in New York time. It's going to be 2 p.m. tomorrow and 1 p.m. on Sunday because we have daylight savings day in the morning on Saturday. Right after Saturday Night Live, I remember. Okay.
Hosting.
What's that?
John Mulaney's hosting.
I know, I'm excited.
I went to college with him.
You did?
Pretty
He's hilarious.
funny.
I love that dude. John Mulaney's funny. Okay. They've had great hosts this year. Chris Rock, Bill Burr, John Mulaney. God. Okay.
Well, none of them have anything to do.
Right, I know. Can meet that COVID. They're like, okay. Who's next? Okay. All right. Enough of that. Word is going to work more. I gotta go. All right. Okay, let's do a mandala. There we go. Who's our offerer? Kelly McGee?
Okay.
Kelly, you're the you're the chanting master, okay? So, you know, one of these and then one of those, all right? All right. At your will.
Sashi Buki Rira Mange Trokun Namdak
Singla Chupar Show. Iram Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami.
Kewadi
Kewoku.
Sunam Yeshe Tsoksok Shing Sunam Yeshe Lejun Wei Dampa
Kuni Toka Show. Okay. So Aldo, I'm right. Both classes are the same. Are noon. Wait, let me do this in my head. 12 o'clock Guadalajara time. Both Saturday and Sunday, right? Okay. So if you're on the East Coast of the United States, that is going to be 2 p.m. tomorrow and 1 p.m. on Sunday. Okay. And if you stay up to watch John Mulaney on Silent Live, we can talk about it during the review. Okay. You're all amazing. If this is how you spend your Friday night, you're definitely getting enlightened. As far as I can tell. Okay? Okay.
Thank you, Word. Good night, everybody.
You're welcome.
Gracias, Word. Gracias por la traducción.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Word.
Thank you, Aldo. Gracias.
Gracias a todos.
Hasta mañana.
Gracias. Gracias, Aldo.